All right, there we go. So, you did it.
I did it.
Yeah, so most of the time when we fly out a player, they're more than likely the player that's going to end up winning it all. So I expected you to have this seat. If there was an upset, I would have been impressed by whoever did it, but congratulations to you, man.
Thank you.
Enjoy that nice fat TGL pop bonus. And first of all, what did you think about coming out to TGL?
At first, I didn't really know too much about it, but I asked the Buzz, and he said it was a great event. You know, he loved being flown out, loved the people. So I thought, since I'm being flown out, why not give it a try? And it's been amazing. Like, I love the venue, I love the people, etc. It's run really well. Yeah,
Wayne, this is one of the best venues that I've ever worked at. It's fantastic. Massive shouts to Shamant and all the other people that make TGL possible. So, your bracket run today. First thing I want to talk about is, who was your hardest match in bracket?
Aside from MVD, it was actually Duffo.
Okay. Yo, CFL is going to erupt in the chat right now.
Duffo, honestly, I think Duffo should have beaten me because game 1, he was destroying me. I got, I hit him once and I kept him up in the air, juggled him, edge guarded. And I barely won that game. Then game 2, I switched to Peach. He won by, KO punching my back air. Just raw KO punching my back air. I was like, oh. He knows the matchup, because that's what you're supposed to do in the matchup. Every time Peach jumps, kill her. And so he's very smart in that matchup. And then game 3, it was kind of close up to the last stock. He hit me with, 3 smashes, and I was almost dead from another one. But I witch-timed the smash that would have killed me, and I side B down smashed him at, 30. I was like, yes, but then I thought to myself, wait, that was really stupid. But I think he was my hardest match so far.
All right, Duffo is actually amazing.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Little Macs, I think, in the country, without a doubt. And he doesn't, to hear you say that is just awesome. So I'm really happy to hear that. So I also want, this is something that I ask a lot of the top players that come out, because this is a question that I'm always curious to know the answer to. Smash 4 as a game, where do you see the current meta? What do you see that's currently happening, and what would you like, where do you think it's going to be going over the next year? Because we're in a new year right now. We're going to be experiencing a lot of change, so what do you think we're going to actually end up seeing from Smash 4?
Well, at the moment, I'd say it's on the brink of, exploding. So I feel like during this year, it'll start slowly showing more signs of getting bigger. I think it might not explode this year. It's definitely possible, but I don't think it's going to be this year, but it's definitely sometime soon. And it probably entails, sponsorships, bigger tournaments, stuff like that. Stuff that Smash 4 needs, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
And, constantly big viewers, 70K, 100K, stuff like that. Evo amounts of viewers, I feel. Just
from Smash-only tournaments. Yeah, and that's... The thing is, Smash is a very unique game in the FGC, and I completely understand where you're coming from, because as a fighting game, it's not your typical fighter.
It's fundamentally different.
Yeah, and it requires a completely different skill set. Everything about it is just...
different.
Yeah.
So it takes a while for people to get used to.
Yeah.
And people getting used to Melee, and that's how it's gotten bigger.
Yeah.
So I think Smash 4 just takes time to get used to.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And that's also, I think, why people hate DLC characters more. I'm not just saying Bayonetta. I agree that Bayonetta is very stupid.
I was just about to ask. That was going to be my next question. Is so we all know that there is a huge stigma against Bayonetta and Cloud and Corrin and other characters.
Yeah.
What do you personally think about your character, Bayonetta?
I think she's... It's very tough, because I think she's very good. I think probably the best in the game for potential.
Okay.
But at the moment, I feel Diddy might be better than her slightly.
Just based on the people that are playing?
As time goes on, I think Bayonetta will be seen as better, and she'll have more stuff unlocked, because I feel like she still has a bunch of potential to her. I feel that's the same with Cloud, Mewtwo, other DLC characters. I feel like they aren't fully unlocked, and there's also a lack of understanding to them. I feel like some people don't really understand how they work. They see what's on the surface and they say, this is what the character is.
Right.
But you have to actually look into it and see what's actually happening.
And yeah, that's a very good point. One, a really good example of that is, because, all right, the thing with Bayonetta is because people know all of her like easy stuff, her easy combos and all that, they don't want to explore. And we saw that.
That's why I feel like held her back for a while too.
Yeah, we saw that with Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong, when the game first came out, all people thought this character was Hoo-Ha. So the moment that Hoo-Ha was taken out, people were like, oh yeah, Diddy's like bottom 15. He's a trash character now. And then people were like, no, like, Diddy still has a lot of his amazing moves. If you explore these, you're going to see this character has a lot more going on, and now he's back at, you know, easily top 3 for most people. So.
Yeah, Cena's top 3, at least.
Yeah. So, with that, anything, any people that you want to shout out?
Shout outs to Tweak, of course. Like, Tweak's one of my biggest supporters. He's, like, one of my best friends. Ryuga, Surika, and DMG Alliance. That's not my sponsor, but it's just the team, like, that basically raised me in Smash. Like, without
awesome.
DMG, I probably wouldn't be nearly as good as I am now. Like, we all Wi-Fi with each other. We all make each other better. Like, that's where Tweak and Ryuga come from. And that's where, like, we started getting better through DMG.
That's so cool. Oh, actually, I do have one more question. So, considering you're a favorite for a lot of people in terms of Smash being, what, top 20 in the PGR, do you have any tips that you want to give to new players on how to improve as a whole, other than picking up Bayonetta?
Of course. I think, basically, if you're trying to improve, start looking at what you do wrong. And, like, see, okay, people always say, look what you do wrong only. I think you should look at what you do wrong and also look at what you do right. So you can play to your strengths during a match instead of, like, trying to just fix your weaknesses and forgetting about your strengths. Stuff like that. That's just simple stuff I feel is a necessity to know to improve.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. We're glad to have you out here, CaptainZack.
Thank
do you want to do one last taunt before you leave?
One last one?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Here, we'll give you some room.
All right. I need to move this chair somewhere.
Auto-link. Oh, you're dancing.
And that was the amazing, the legendary CaptainZack coming in and showing Florida what Bayonetta is about. I'm really excited. And next up.